Welcome, everyone.
We're back
to this episode of Pretty Likkle Jacket, and we're don't.
I am so proud of you.
Whatever.
I am so proud of you. I am. You're getting it.
Welcome back to this episode. Say hello, Kathy.
Hello, Kathy.
So on our last episode, we took a deep dive into
44 minutes worth. Geesh.
But it was
you talking.
It was me talking. It's a deep dive. You know, we got deep. You gotta go deep sometimes.
Oh my God. How deep, Richard?
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going.
It's the hand gestures for me. How deep? Yeah.
Deep.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotta go deep. Not Titanic deep, but deep.
Oh Lord.
Not submersible deep, but deep because they died. But anyway, I digress. What?
That just took a nasty turn.
They did. They went too deep. Okay, I'm back. Listen, so we were dealing with some of the weight that
some heavy crap
revelation, caused, and the process of healing from learning of something that was just so impactful, but right in front of her
Don't
face.
say it like that.
She missed it.
See, that's not cool.
She missed it, y'all. She missed it. Yeah, you did. But you did. You admitted to it. You said you did. You missed it.
But it's the way you're framing it. Yes, I missed it.
I ain't frame nothing. I mean, it just is what it is. So we had to end that session because like she said, it was 44 minutes.
I know. Of us talking.
You can't pack.
It's impossible to unpack all of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, in that time frame.
It
was years of just a lot of hard stuff.
And you're dealing with some of that today because you mentioned that, you still want to know and you still wonder why no one in the family, even to this day, has broached the subject. And
Never.
The fact that you couldn't have that conversation before.
Even thinking of my aunts who were my aunts and my mom, they were very close and they knew.
Mm-hmm.
They knew what was happening. They knew all about it. And no one ever said anything to me. Even till today, it's not a subject that we speak about.
Because it's probably taboo,
They don't mention it. It's funny because one of my aunts, she didn't say it to me because they never say it to me, of course, but she mentioned it to a cousin of mine that, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why am I, embarrassing the family or talking about this?
So why are you doing this?
Because I feel as if this was a lot for me to deal with. And I know that a lot of people are going through the same thing right now.
Okay.
And it just gives, the regular person a platform to talk about all the trauma, the craziness that they went through, all, the things that go through your head that you don't think about. And when you hear someone else, have gone through it, I think it makes it a little bit easier for you to deal with it and to process it.
It says you're not alone.
Correct. Right?
But in spite of that, you said she mentioned it to someone else, but she wouldn't mention it to you.
No, she would never say it to me.
So my question is, how do you even feel about that, though?
I had a cousin who sent me a message about when it aired first, and she had some issues with it. And I had to step back from it for a minute because I've learned over the years that you don't respond immediately because it's never going to be the thing that you don't want to have regrets about saying something and you can't take it back once you've said it. So I stepped back from it for a minute and I recognized that this is what she was feeling in the moment. But for me, this is my experience. So you have to allow me to share my experience. That might have been your experience with whatever that was, but I am sharing my experience. And you have to allow me that.
What is it about people that
Family, you mean, not people.
family, people, why do we suppress the very thing that is not allowing us to be whole, not allowing us
saving
to
face,
saving face? Is
not
that
wanting the embarrassment, because it's always, about not embarrassing the family. Like, where's the embarrassment?
Well, there may be some embarrassment, but here's the thing. If everybody knows, that makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I've never seen this happen, but I took my grandkids to Lion Country Safari. They have ostriches. Okay. Why are you looking at me like
because
that?
Go ahead.
Most people want to do as ostriches do.
Bury their heads in
Bury their head in this. And I didn't see one of them do it. But those are some big friggin' birds.
Yeah.
And understandably, their brain must be about that big. So you got all of this hanging outside of the dirt. And just because you can't see, you think they can't see you. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
So you can't just...
But it's keeping that, or just keeping up that
perception,
that lie. And then now here I am on a whole podcast telling the world what happened. So now I'm embarrassing the family. But no one's ever stopped to think, well, what was her experience like? Was that traumatic for you? What did you go through during those times? When you found out about it, how did you feel? No one's ever asked me that. No one's ever come to me and said, do you need anything? What was it like? Even to ask, what was it like? Do you need any support? I had to go to therapy, y'all, to deal with this. Like, it was a lot, especially knowing what I know now and going through, like, as a little girl, I think every little girl wants to know who their dad is. You crave that love, that affection, that thing that you cannot get anywhere else than from your dad. I don't care who you are as a girl, as a woman, you are always going to want that. Well, and I never had that. I never got that.
Here's news. Whether girl, boy, kids need their dads.
It's different.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me finish.
It's different, Richard. It's not the same.
Kids need their dads, but also understand that whatever parent is missing in a child's life, they will seek them out.
Yeah.
Because that's a vacuum, and nature abhors a vacuum. Yeah. You want to know what's missing.
Yeah.
What do they look like? Do I look like them? Why didn't they want me in their life?
All these questions.
Why wasn't I?
Was it something I did?
Was it something I did? Did they not love me? Listen, these are questions that even when you sleep, you're somewhat restless.
Even as an adult, and I think I'm a pretty well-rounded, decent adult. Don't say nothing, Richard. I saw your face. I could see your face in my...
My face didn't move.
Okay, I saw it, but...
My eye might have twitched.
I sensed it. And I think... Shut up. I think I'm a decent adult, but even with all of that, and you grow up, you do all these things, you accomplish all these things, you still have these questions, these reservations about, well, why wasn't I, like what, why? Why did he leave? Why did he not tell me what? It's always these things going through your brain. And you have to learn to process it. At first, I used to suppress it and not think about it.
And what was the reaction?
It wasn't good because it was like, okay, this whatever feeling this is, I don't need to be feeling this. And I've got tough skin. But then it would manifest itself in so many, just anger.
Yep. Yep.
It was this anger that I had. And I keep saying, my stepdad did an amazing job with me, but there was still that thing, that little yearning, that thing that was missing. Because I knew he wasn't my dad. It was never a thing that I knew he was not my dad. I loved him dearly. He loved me with everything in him. But I still needed my dad.
Yeah. Hey, I can relate.
So it was just that. It was like, but it took years. It took years to build that relationship with my dad. And it just, as much as I wish I had more time with him, because he passed, I think that was pretty young. It's in the 60s. But just where we were at, like we were getting to like the pinnacle of our relationship, he passed. And it hurt a little, not a little, it hurt a lot because I felt like I was just like, getting to the meat of getting to know him, and type of person he was. And yeah, it was just, I just wish I had more time with him. And I feel like I feel like they wasted time.
Feel robbed.
Yes, with not telling me.
Yeah.
Because all that time, those 20 years or whatever, 10 years, whatever, I could have, there's so many things we could have done, within that time frame. So yeah, you feel robbed, you feel taken, and these emotions are hard to process at times.
Of course. You feel empty at times.
Yeah.
How do you cope with that?
I've always, well, not always, but I have what's the therapist say? Something about abandonment issues. And I know where it comes from. I know the root of it. It's that. Because I always felt like my dad abandoned me. But knowing now he didn't. But in a way, he kind of did, right? As much as he took care of me, maybe financially or whatever, right?
So it's emotional or
psychological abandonment. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So he was there in the flesh, the physical part of him was there, but emotionally, he wasn't really there for me, right?
That's a complex,
So it is.
question. I mean, I'd have to be like Black Dr. Phil to answer that one. So
Come through, Black Dr. Phil.
I'm empty on that one. It's hard, okay. When we try to make sense of things that have happened to us or things that have happened around us that seem to be, well, for the most part, are out of our control. There's a disconnect sometimes, and that disconnect is I should have known, or I would have, or they should have, which only generates
More.
more
I am aware. I know.
questions, more you create scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of self-blame, you know. I should have
I wish I had
known.
done this, or I wish they had done this, or why didn't they do this?
So, and all of these years later, the most common thing you'll hear from people is, why don't you just let it go?
Yeah, you know how I feel about that.
Why can't you just let it
You
go?
know how I feel
That's
about
the
that.
past. Let's move on.
Yeah.
But the past is what makes us who we are. You know,
And I don't want people to think that I'm holding on to or have any kind of bitterness in my heart against any
No.
of that. It's not that at all. It's just when the decisions that my parents made have shaped a lot of who I am today. And there's some things that I still go through because of that. There's some emotional, and I don't want to say trauma because I feel like we overuse that word a lot. But there's some emotional things that's embedded deep within my soul or system or whatever that I use as maybe like a defense mechanism, or there's just things that you
triggers.
It's more than triggers. It's
Well, the trigger is the beginning.
Yeah.
You hear a thing, you see a thing, you have a feeling or an emotion, and then it triggers what's innate, and then that manifests itself in other ways.
In different behaviors.
Yes. And so,
and you try as your best to just like protect yourself against those things because especially me, like I know when some things are coming on, like I know when some emotions are coming on, and I try as much as possible to mitigate it from I do, Richard,
but okay. But see, here's the problem with that. Okay. You're trying to control something that you really have no control over because you haven't properly processed it. And the more you try to control it,
okay, I've heard this speech a million times from you.
The worse it gets because it's true and you know it's true.
Control is my thing, you know that.
And that's my Black Dr. Phil moment.
Dear God.
You cannot.
You cannot control.
Control is also in trying to control, you try to suppress. And it's like loading.
Because it means I don't have to feel that.
Yeah, you're going to feel it though. Because if you try to compress a spring in a box that isn't able to hold the spring, when the spring pops Richard. Out of the box, it's going to hit you in the eye.
All right, what else can we talk about? Let's go.
Yeah. So how many springs have you caught? You got to let the spring out the box,
Yeah.
And that way you can then identify what it is and let it flow over instead of trying to push it back in.
You do. You sound like my therapist.
Do I?
Yeah.
I'm cuter though. I am.
You see my face?
Yeah, I'm cuter.
Okay.
I am. And I'm smoother.
Anyway.
So, that being, and so, okay, so you've heard it twice now. So there must be some relevance there.
Well, yeah, I get it. It's just, it's easier to suppress it than to deal with it. And yes, I've had to deal with it.
It's easier?
To me, it is. Because dealing with don't look at me like that.
How is it easier?
For me, it is.
How? Tell me how.
Because when you don't have to deal with it, you don't have to deal with it. You don't have to go through it.
Until the next time?
Until the next time, then you can suppress it a little bit. It's kind of like, pushing stuff onto the road.
That spring's going to take your head off.
I know.
And you can't keep pushing stuff under the rug.
Richard, I said I got it. You don't need to.
No. Let's explore pushing stuff under the rug. It's like You
Oh, let me
sweeping
drink.
dust under the
You're
rug,
making me
right?
drink.
And, the rug's going to get lumpy.
Mm.
And
We
then
talked about this already. I get it. I
every
already
time you
said
step
I
on the
get it.
lump, dust is going to pop up.
Janine, tell me when. Because I'm done with Richard at this. Because
We are all messed up.
You can't.
I know we are messed up. I get it.
Our trauma, what is it? It's through adolescence. It's through
Oh my
the
God,
formidable
I get
years.
it. I know.
You get it?
I'm very
You
aware
get it or
of
you
my
got
issues.
it? You get it or you got
I
it?
get it. I got it. Whatever it is I need to so that we can move
So
on.
stop trying to push it in a box.
Oh my goodness.
My gosh.
Ah, I hope my therapist doesn't listen to this episode.
Well, she might learn something.
Oh. No, he didn't.
I did. I'm not. I'm speaking from experience.
He's speaking.
You talking
He's speaking
about
truth,
somebody that used
Kathy.
to push some stuff down,
Richard.
try to block some stuff out, and
Oh
then
my God.
when it manifested, see, then it gets dangerous.
Yeah, I
For
know.
me, it gets dangerous.
I am so aware.
Okay.
You have no idea.
So that's why I had to.
And you've talked me through a lot. Like,
I
know.
have, because I've been there.
You know how it is. It's
Mhm.
just, for me at times, it's like, I don't want to deal with it. Like, I just.
You got to. Listen,
know.
I'm going to tell you about my son, my youngest son. And I do believe that we pass on certain things to our kids because they're innate in us. I believe that. And I'm going to tell you why. When my son was young, very young, he used to have these fits where he would get angry and I would see this vein pop up in his neck, and he would just, he's not crying, but he's like, and I knew I had to immediately grab him and calm him down. There were a couple of times when it didn't work and he literally passed out as a kid. Okay. That anger, that rage has to be dealt with, because if you don't, when it manifests, it is ugly.
It is.
And so even to this day, if he sees this, he probably goes like, Pops.
I know. How dare you talk about me?
But even to this day, and my brother was the same way, they would have to call me. I was the only one that could walk him back. And it's scary because, you know why it's scary? Because I have it too, but I had to remain in control in order to walk him back. Because if I lost it, you talking about something that was ugly. So this is experience.
And you're probably the only person who has been able to walk me back. Because you've seen me get to the point of no return. And it's like, I hate getting like that.
I know. But you can't try to suppress it.
Yeah.
Because that's
Thank God for therapists.
Yeah, thank God
Because
for
if
them.
it wasn't for therapy, I don't know where I'd be today. Because it was a lot of heavy crap that I had to deal with. A lot of it. And I just felt like there were times I felt so alone. Like I couldn't speak to my mom. I wasn't speaking to her. Those times were
That's probably tough because it's emptiness. There's an emptiness there. My brother, I didn't learn until after my brother passed that a lot of his rage came from, someone told him, because shortly after he was born, my mom passed. Someone, and I still don't know to this day, told him that he was the reason for her dying, that he killed.
That's a lot to.
That's a lot. So I then understood his temper tantrums. My brother would punch holes in the wall. At 6 years old, he would just lose it.
Wow.
He would kick.
See, adults are so weird. Like, why would an adult
just
say
like
that
the
to a
woman
child?
that said, "Aren't you a pretty little jacket?" See, and then And like I said, I found out after and it angered me because then I was like, how come I couldn't see that? How
Yeah.
come I didn't know that about him? Yes, I could walk him back, but I didn't know the cause,
Of it.
you know?
Yeah.
And so he was very, very angry.
I had those moments where you don't know how to deal with it in the moment, because it's like,
Yeah.
like some of it, where it's coming from, some you don't, because sometimes you would just have one thought and this rage would build within you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, okay, why am I raging?
Mm.
Just from this one stupid thought?
Yep. Trigger.
But I had to figure that out. I had to
For me, I was like, I had selfish thoughts. I'm like, why I always got to be calm? You think I want to lose it? I want to lose it. I want to be irresponsible and break something. I hear they got this room somewhere
Yes,
around
the
here.
rage room or
You can
something.
go and just
We should do that one day.
We should.
Tear some stuff up.
Oh, yeah.
Janine, you should go with us.
I'm there.
Just go wreck some stuff,
No.
I
I got some rage I need to
We
get
can
out.
do the axe
Girl.
throwing, and we can do the room
axe
where you throw
throwing.
stuff and break
Yes.
stuff like glass and stuff like that. You can just hit
Yes,
it
I
with
wanna do
hammer.
all of it.
I'm game. Let's do it.
All of it.
Because you talking about some rage, girl.
Yeah.
And so, and then with all of the loss that I've experienced, it's, you feel alone, Who am I going to vent to?
Me? You got me.
Yeah, but yes. I mean, you carry a lot of the weight that I carry too. But I mean, here's the thing. You know what? We have been groomed.
Yeah.
Men, be a man. Suck it up, buttercup. Rub some dirt in it. You know what I mean? And dude, that is wrong.
It is.
It's wrong.
I agree.
What we have to shoulder and cannot share. And I'm going to tell you the worst part of it is when you open up, the person then doesn't see you in the same light. Now, I'm not talking about, someone who is genuinely your person, someone you can talk to, someone you can confide in, because you can't confide in everyone. Okay.
Had to learn that the hard way.
Yeah. Because if you open up to the wrong person and they turn around and weaponize it, now you shut down forever.
Yeah. Especially as a man.
Yeah, because we don't want to. What man wants to face hell outside
And then come home.
and then come home to fire and brimstone?
Yeah.
So when you hear a guy says, yeah, I'm okay, he doesn't trust you. He can't, because you've weaponized,
I get it.
something that he has either been
Well, it's not
through
just
or-
for men, it's for women too, because there are times you don't, even with, your partner or whatever, you don't trust telling them certain things because you don't know if they're going to use it against you. So
that is a sad
it is.
place to be, because your partner, your life partner, is supposed to be your peace, your sanctuary, your safety net.
But listen, we say that all the time.
I know. Trust me,
And
I know.
we know. I mean, you were married for how long, Richard?
Too long.
Why won't you say the years?
27.
Okay, so that,
Too long. That's a life sentence in
don't
7
say it
years.
like that.
It wasn't always bad.
Exactly.
It wasn't.
You have come on, Richard.
It wasn't always bad,
And I've been married for 22.
You don't know?
Good.
What?
Hold on. Give me a moment to do some math.
A moment, boy. If a
Math
man were to
in
do
my
that right
head.
now,
Jesus wept. Give me a moment to just do some math.
you math.
Some quick math. Hold on.
How quick? Carry the two.
did carry it too. I think it's 22 years. Is it 22 or 21?
Now, this is a first.
Richard, stop. Don't make it a thing.
It's a first for me. I ain't never heard of because you let a brother. He's telling some. You sitting there with your fingers rapping on the table.
2003 to 2000, and that's okay. 22 years. See, I did the math. I just needed to be clear for a second. But I always say marriage is not for the weak or faint-hearted.
No, it's not.
Listen.
No, it's not.
You gotta have some thick hide, some backbone. It is not easy out here.
It ain't easy dating out here either.
Oh my God, I can't. I wouldn't want to be you. Dear God.
I'm gonna get some cats.
You gonna live with the cats? I'm gonna have to visit you and bring you cat food.
That's right.
That's not the life I see for you,
cats.
Richard, at your end of days.
They're perfect, you know. Cats are
Richard.
independent. They're independent. You know, they ain't with all that lovey. Like, you can rub me a couple of times. All right, get your hands off
Oh my God.
me. You know what I mean?
That's not the life I see for you, Richard.
Like, what's that? Eddie Griffin? Eddie Griffin said, "We better put some food in my bowl." It's you know, there's so much going on that
we can have a whole episode on just marriage because you have that experience of 27 years of marriage and how many years divorced?
I stopped counting.
Oh my God. Okay. And I'm married for 22 years.
I was like eyes free.
Did you just say that?
I did.
I wouldn't want to be your ex listening. That doesn't sound good.
It is what it is. You know me.
Don't be mean, though.
You know, no, I'm not being mean. I'm just being real. You know me. Okay? You cannot visit that much pain on someone and feel like it's okay. It's not okay.
Okay, so we're going into a whole new different territory, and I don't want to.
It's still like a jacket that doesn't fit. And I don't care how you slice it, dice it, or splice it. You can't alter that.
Wow. That's deep.
It is. But it speaks to what? It speaks to pain. It speaks to carrying that pain. And it speaks to the damage that's still being visited.
Are we still talking about me?
It's still something that doesn't fit.
Let me just drink.
Yeah, take your little sippy sip. You know what I mean?
Well, damn, we just went into some.
That's deep water.
Yeah, and you know I can't swim, right? I
know.
Okay, let me drink.
But I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be good.
Wow, Janine, I'm at a loss here.
You're at a loss. What?
I know that was. I didn't expect us to get there. We talked about doing, like. Other episode, but you just like
went there sooner or
head
later.
in first.
Trigger.
Yeah. Okay. Can we get back to?
Yeah, a little lighter. You want to be a little lighter? You see how dark I am?
I can't with you. Oh Lord!
It's a good thing I have my humor.
Yeah. I know those were tough times.
Yeah, very much so. And a continuation of such. Yeah. Because
you know what I remember?
See it in your kids. You see the damage in your kids.
You know what I remember? I remember during that time is when I think I was about to get married. And you remember that time I called you?
I do.
I told you I was thinking of getting married.
Thank you.
And you came and you met, you drove from Port St. Lucie.
Because I had to look you in your face.
Yeah. And you remember the question you asked me?
Why'd I have to look in your face?
What was the question you asked me?
Are you sure?
Yeah. And what did I say? Because I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I know.
And even with you going through what you were going through with your marriage, you pretty much was like, you didn't discourage me from it. You didn't say, this was the worst idea ever. You did none of that.
Nope. Mm-mm.
You just said, you asked me if I was sure. I said I wasn't. And you're like, Kathy, this is not something that decision you take lightly. And I'm like, yeah, I
Mm-mm.
know. Yeah, I remember that.
Because somebody used to rail on me. I ain't, no, not,
Yeah, I was
I'm
never
not
getting
going
married.
to, ain't no, I'm not getting, I get that phone call. I'm like, wait, what? Hold on, I'm on my way.
Because I was sure I wasn't going to get married.
I'm
I
like,
never wanted to get
man,
married.
somebody
I
must
didn't
be,
want to have kids. I didn't want to get married.
I'm like, somebody
I
must be
was sure of
twisting
that.
her arm serious, and I need to look them in the face. Mhm.
But I just remember, with everything that you were going through at the time, you did not discourage me.
No,
Why?
because that's not my place to use what I've experienced, because that may not be your experience. Just like it's not right for them to come at you because you're living and telling your truth. That's not right. We are individuals, and what
Yeah.
may have not worked for me doesn't mean it won't work for you. So for me to sit there, and that's hypocritical. That really is. And to some degree, we're all hypocrites.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to cross that line. I'm just not going to, because when I made the decision to get married, oh my gosh, I pretty much got disowned.
Yeah.
And I remember what that feels like. So, and that's another thing. As friends, or, people who are a part of your life, understand what you might be feeling.
Yeah.
Before you go at someone else and what they might be going through.
I wish my family would think that way.
That's the way, then that's why I said it.
Yeah. Because it's not their experience.
No,
This
take
is,
yourself out of the equation and try and understand where the other person's coming from.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to embarrass you or the family. That is not.
Well, here's a question you got to ask
goal.
them. Why are you embarrassed?
Yeah, you're right. Why? Because the embarrassment is not for me.
No,
not mine.
they might come for me. But what's the saying? That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? You have to ask yourself, why am I embarrassed?
Yeah.
Why does this embarrass me?
Why does this embarrass the family?
Why? Who on the planet is infallible?
Yeah.
Has not made
any mistakes.
Damn mistake.
Yeah. So I'm dealing with some family members who are not happy with me right now, but that's okay too.
Okay.
That's okay.
They get over it. Or not.
It's not even if they don't. It's
That's
okay
why I
as
said
well.
or not. Still got, listen, a friend of mine told me this years ago, and he'd been going through some things at the time, and we sat down and talked, and he finally said this to me. He was like, when all is said and done, I was born by myself.
I'm going to go by myself.
When that box is lowered into the ground, ain't nobody going to be in it but me.
Yep.
So he said.
And I got to give account for everything I do.
Exactly. That's exactly what he said. Yeah. And I was like, that's the deepest thing you've ever said, bro.
He's absolutely right.
Mm-hmm. So.
And I want to have the conversations with my aunts. I want to have the conversations with my cousins or whoever is feeling slighted or embarrassed or whatever it is that you're feeling. I wish that, that there was an open,
dialogue.
Yeah, for me to just have the conversation with them. But they won't.
Because they mad.
Okay, you're mad. It's okay to be mad.
Sure. Just deal with it constructively.
Call me. Have a conversation with me. Don't let me have to hear it via someone else. But
here's the other important thing, though. When you address it, take responsibility for your own feelings. Don't try and put that on the
On
next
somebody
person.
else, yeah.
Those are your feelings. I'm angry because.
Have nothing to do with me.
Not you made me. No.
Yeah.
They have no one can tell you how to feel about a thing.
Oh, we can tell you.
No, not really.
I can tell you how to feel. Doesn't mean that you should feel the way I tell you. I can always tell you what to feel, Richard. I can tell you need to feel like you're light-skinned.
That's funny. I identify as. That's funny.
You can. But that doesn't mean it's how you feel. I mean.
Yeah, so I guess, there's some truth there. But, I learned a long time ago through therapy, take responsibility for your own feelings.
You have to. And your own actions.
Yep. And
I was going to say, thank God for therapy.
And I believe, like you, that I'm a well-rounded individual. Well-rounded. What was that well? It sounds like you just come from church.
Rounded indeed.
I think I'm pretty. You ain't funny.
I thought I was. Janine didn't laugh, though. That tells me I wasn't.
Janine's like, I ain't touching that one. But yeah, I mean, but I've had to face some things, and I'm still having to face some things. And one thing about when you're going through the process, you beat yourself up a lot. You take more self-inventory than those who have slighted you. And this is one thing that I dislike, and I do it all the time. And it's like, well, I understand where they are. The reason why I dislike it because they're not trying to understand where I am.
Kind of like you told me, like you understood what my mother did, and because you always pivot to that. Yeah.
Got to put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah. I always think, if I was in her situation, how would I deal with it? And I, in my mind, I would like to think that I would have had some conversations with my child.
Yeah, you'd like to think. But, boy, that pressure, what do young folks say? Pressure.
I would like to think, knowing the person that I am, I would have the conversations and the hard, because I don't mind having hard conversations. You know that. I will have some hard conversations in a minute.
Yeah, we've had some spirited debates.
So
and we still friends.
Lord.
I mean, we've had one real argument, if we can even call it that. Yeah. In over 30 years. One real argument, which really wasn't an argument.
Man. But yeah, I think that I would do it differently.
You think so?
Yeah.
Knowing what you know now?
I don't know
or?
so. Knowing what I know now.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think I would, knowing who I am. You don't think I would? You said, like,
no,
you're not sure.
No, I give you the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
I think it would. But see,
I appreciate the benefit of the doubt.
But you've been talking for another 44 minutes. Uh-huh.
Is that saying 43 minutes right now?
That what it say. It say 44 now.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing
wrap this up,
how
Richard.
that works. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up, please.
You want a tortilla or what?
Oh, Jesus. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Pretty Likkle Jacket. Remember to like our Facebook, IG. Where else are we? I think we're on YouTube.
We're working on the YouTube. Okay. But hey, if you want to
tell your story,
you want to tell your story, come forward. We won't bite.
Yeah. Well, unless you want us to. Oh, that didn't sound right. That didn't sound right at all.
What?
We do not bite, y'all. Wrap this up, Richard. Say bye. Say bye, Richard.
Bye, Richard.
Bye, y'all.